In the far reaches of the galaxy, the human fleet glided silently among the stars, its ships gleaming against the void. Command was held by Admiral Elias, a man known for his courage and unyielding sense of duty. Beside him, Captain Mara stood vigilant on the bridge of the flagship, scanning sensor arrays for any hint of trouble. Humanity had not ventured this far without reason, for intelligence spoke of a rising threat. An alien coalition seeking to dominate the spiral arms. The humans had faced countless perils, but this was different. The coalition was vast, their fleets numerous, their tactics precise and brutal. Yet humans were unlike any opponent they had met. Where others relied solely on superior technology or overwhelming numbers, humans thrived on adaptability, creativity, in an unshakable spirit. Elias convened the Quorum, a council of the fleet's senior officers, to plan the coming campaign. The room hummed with tension. Every map and tactical display glowed with points marking hostile positions and vulnerable supply lines. "We will not merely react," Elias said firmly, his voice carrying over the low murmur of the council. "We will dictate the pace of this war, and we will survive because we must." Mara stepped forward. "Scouts report a fleet moving near the neutral cluster. If we intercept, we may cut off their supply lines and force them to commit prematurely." "Then that is our first move," Elias agreed. "Prepare the strike teams and deploy drones for reconnaissance. Every advantage counts, no matter how small." The humans launched into action, their ships slicing through space like knives through water. The first skirmish began in a nebula of silver gas, the thick clouds masking sudden ambushes and deadly mines. The alien ships were swift, but human ingenuity proved faster. Pilots weaved through asteroids and energy storms, firing precision lasers that disabled enemy engines without destroying the entire vessel. "Captain." Mara's squadron became legendary that day. Her ship, the Vanguard, dodged countless plasma strikes, while coordinating her wingman with a deftness that made the alien commanders rethink their approach. By the end of the engagement, the coalition had lost several vessels, retreating in disarray while the humans claimed the nebula as a strategic waypoint. Word of the victory spread quickly across the fleet, lifting morale. Even Admiral Elias allowed himself a rare smile as he addressed the crew. "The galaxy may test us, but humanity does not break. Each victory is a reminder of what we are capable of when we act as one." Days later, scouts detected the main armada of the coalition gathering near a dense star cluster. The Quorum reconvened, urgency in their eyes. "This is the battle we cannot avoid," Mara said. "If they cross this sector unchecked, every colony in our reach will fall." Elias nodded. "Then we make our stand. The human fleet will fight not for conquest, but for survival, and the strength of our resolve will be our greatest weapon." The preparations were meticulous. Ships were armed with new weapons, shields reinforced, and every crew member drilled until their actions became instinct. The humans had no illusions about the danger ahead. They knew the odds were difficult, yet they embraced the challenge with a determination that was uniquely human. When the coalition arrived, the clash was monumental. Stars blazed as energy cannons and missiles lit the void. Human ships moved with precision, exploiting gaps in enemy formations and adapting mid-battle to unforeseen threats. While the aliens relied on coordination and sheer numbers, humans innovated, improvising tactics that no protocol could predict. Mara led a daring maneuver through a narrow asteroid belt, luring a portion of the enemy fleet into a trap. Hidden human drones detonated in precise patterns, crippling the alien vessels while minimizing human casualties. The coalition had never faced an enemy that could think, adapt, strike with such unpredictable efficiency. Meanwhile, Elias coordinated the broader battle, his calm demeanor a beacon for the fleet. "Hold the line," he transmitted, "and remember, we fight not just for ourselves, but for everyone who calls these stars home." Hours passed like minutes. Every human ship was pushed to its limit, yet the discipline and courage of the crews kept them moving, fighting, and surviving. Slowly, the tide turned. Coalition ships began to retreat, overwhelmed not by superior firepower, but by the relentless ingenuity and determination of humanity. After the final strike, silence fell across the battlefield. Wreckage floated in the dark expanse, and the human fleet gathered, battered but undefeated. History will remember this day, Elias said, surveying the aftermath. Not because of the machines we built, but because of the hearts that drove them. The victory was decisive, but the humans knew the war was far from over. The coalition remained, albeit weakened, and new threats could arise at any time. Yet the morale of humanity had never been higher. The legend of the Quorum of War spread across star systems, inspiring colonies and fleets alike to stand tall in the face of adversity. Mara watched the stars outside the bridge. Feeling the weight of what had been accomplished, "They underestimated us," she said quietly. "They never understood that humans do not yield when cornered, and we find strength where others see only limits." Elias joined her, his eyes reflecting the light of distant suns. "Let them come," he said. "We will meet them, and every time humanity will endure, will adapt, and will prevail. That is our legacy, and it will echo through the galaxy." In the following months, humans reclaimed systems that had been threatened, fortified colonies, and trained new generations of officers and pilots. Every victory was hard-earned, but each reinforced a simple truth. Humans fought not just with weapons, but with ingenuity, courage, and an unbreakable will. The Quorum of War became a symbol, a living testament to what a united humanity could achieve. Where others saw a war of machines, humans wove a story of determination and hope. Across countless systems, the stars themselves seemed to shine a little brighter, as if acknowledging that in this vast galaxy, humanity had carved its place through spirit as much as science. And so, the chronicles of the human fleet continued. Every battle, every plan, every act of courage became part of the great narrative of survival and triumph. The galaxy was vast and dangers endless. Yet the story of humans was clear. They would fight, adapt, and endure, leaving a legacy that would inspire all who followed. The stars, silent witnesses to war and peace alike, held the echoes of human triumph. Humanity had risen to the challenge, proving that in the darkest corners of space, the strength of a single species' resolve could shine brighter than any supernova in the end. It was not technology alone that had won the day. It was the unity, creativity, and unwavering determination of humans that forged a path through the chaos, ensuring that no matter the challenge, they would face it together, and they would prevail. The galaxy had taken note, and the chronicles of the Quorum of War would endure. A story of courage, strategy, and the enduring spirit of humanity.